So the first thing I want to do in this video is address my most recent Sv3rige video titled "Catherine told me Sv3rige tried to kill Luna and the baby," but perhaps you may think I don't have to since Catherine has since released a series of videos confirming in her own words that not only did Sv3rige pay someone to attack Luna with acid and burn down her house, it actually looks like he intimidated Primal Bella's ex into doing it, which we will talk about more later in the video, but that she was personally involved in plotting said attack, and she also revealed some of the stomach-churning abuse, pussy-churning for some of you, he allegedly put her through.
When we were together, Gaddis often talked about wanting to throw acid in Luna's face. He often talked about wanting to put her house on fire. And then I was in the Netherlands and her house was there and we found her house basically, but I left after that. But I can confirm that in the two articles, it is indeed Luna's house. Gaddis also hit me several times and he threatened me with a knife while putting glue inside of my vagina. He's such a funny guy.
So there you
Whoa. Sv3rige put glue inside his, I guess, ex-wife's vagina as a form of punishment. That is fucking crazy. Yeah, this guy's a wacko.
you have it. According to Catherine, Sv3rige obsessively talked about wanting to seriously maim, injure, and even murder Luna. The articles I mentioned in my video were accurately talking about attacks committed against Luna and her house, which Catherine recognized, and allegedly Sv3rige put glue inside of Catherine's vagina while threatening her with a knife. That is some twisted carnage degeneracy at its finest,
Yeah,
folks.
Jesus.
And at the end of the video, she put this text, which gives further context, stating Gaddis sent someone to burn Luna with acid. When that didn't work according to plan, he sent someone to burn her house down. This all was for revenge because she wouldn't let him see his son. Before I left him, I planned together with him and German Carnivore to kidnap Luna and to kill her in a nearby forest. It didn't work out because Luna placed cameras around her house and notified the police. Back then, I didn't realize how wrong this all was, and when I did, I left Gaddis. He basically manipulated me into helping him. I wanted him to love me like he loved Luna, but I couldn't stay with him any longer, so I left. Gaddis saw that as betrayal. He tracked me down, and he forced me to shave off my hair. He beat me up, and he put glue in my fucking vagina to make me infertile. He stole my passport so I couldn't leave Germany at the time. German Carnivore was also involved in taking revenge on me for betraying Gaddis. Then I was able to flee another time and reach the consulate. There I got documents to go back to Canada. Stay tuned for what he did to Luna throughout their relationship, and I will also reveal what he's doing to Belle right now. Let me also say that obviously Belle gave birth to a baby girl recently, as you can see. I don't have much information pertaining to Belle at the moment, but I suspect she's being held captive by Sv3rige in Thailand. Evidence for that will be shown later in the video. But the truth is, this is not...
Yeah, Sv3rige is probably going to kill somebody. Like, and then probably try to commit suicide. I think he's too much of a, like, pussy to actually cut himself deep enough to kill himself, but yeah, he's an absolute wacko.
The anticipated Sv3rige video I mentioned that I would be making in my most recent Sv3rige video. There is still some information I will not reveal in this video, and I will withhold said information until the right time. And, you know, it's been hard because there's so much I want to tell you guys. You know, it heavily has to do with Catherine, you know, I can say that, but I can't really say any more than that. And, you know, if you're mad that I'm not revealing more, I can guarantee you if I did just blurt out what I know, you would be even more mad that I would be irresponsible enough to reveal that at an inappropriate time, because, you know, this isn't a fucking joke, okay? This is serious. And just to dispel any speculation that I'm doing this just to hype up a future video that I predict I'll be able to post sometime in...
Yeah, in all likelihood, Sv3rige did kill Milkjar. Milkjar went quiet online right after he met Sv3rige, and I mean, that guy was also active on Twitter. I think he had an Instagram. He got banned from YouTube, I think, for harassment and spam, but he kept trying to make new YouTube channels. So that guy was really looking for attention and really adamant to be on social media, and then, like, he just suddenly fell off the face of the earth. Nobody knows what happened, so Sv3rige probably killed him.
In August for views, take a look at my most popular videos, okay? 9 out of my 10 most viewed long-form videos are about Sv3rige. If I just wanted views, I would not only expose the bombshell information I have, I would have been posting video after video about said information for the last 4 months, getting thousands and thousands of views and getting paid for it too, because I am monetized, but I didn't do that because that's not what this is about, and it'll never be about that. This channel is about eradicating all unjust violence and exploitation, particularly violence and exploitation perpetuated by Sv3rige, making sure that everyone is treated with dignity and respect and that barbaric carnage savages are given no safe harbor through the education of the masses and, you know, teaching people how to take a better path. Just know that everything will be revealed likely in August, and these videos that I will be posting, I'll be posting in large part due to Catherine making a string of videos she has, because then I can cover this information now and not have a shit ton of information I need to slog through when I make that fateful video going over new information for 99.9% of you. So if you think I'm never going to make that video and this is just a stunt for views, these videos I'll be posting in the meantime is literally preparation and context so that you'll better understand that video when it comes out. So now we're going to go through another video Catherine posted where she goes in depth on why she and Sv3rige even got together in the first place and the origins of his homicidal fantasies involving Luna.
Obviously, he wanted to be with me to show me off on the channel, to make her jealous because he's so obsessed with her. When we were together, at one point, that's when he started to talk that we were in Mexico, and he just said something like, I want to eliminate Luna, and he wanted to talk about it with me. I mean, it's no secret. He talks about it to anybody he can. I was complicit to everything, and I don't care about saying this because at the end of the day, I really want to stop him, so I don't really care what happens to me. I just really don't want anything to happen to Belle, so whatever happens, happens. I was complicit to everything, but I did leave before he paid for the arson and the acid. So when I was with him, we never did anything to her, but we did like try to fuck her over many times. And we were all doing it together. Like, I'm not gonna say as if I didn't do anything, you know? Me, German Carnivore, and Gaddis were in German Carnivore's white van and driving around Luna's house, and he just like, and she has videos of this and everything, and we were just finding ways to find her address, to find ways to get her, to kidnap her, stuff like that.
And for context, this is German Carnivore. He makes music, typical delusional Sv3rige fan. But could you imagine this barbarian of a man driving around your house in a white van with fucking Sv3rige and Catherine, trying to lure you out, trying to kidnap you, trying to attack you and end your life prematurely as well as your baby?
Well, yeah, the women Sv3rige gets with are obviously not mentally well to get with a guy like him.
Potentially. It doesn't appear that German Carnivore actually committed the attacks, as there's a different suspect that admitted to said attacks, Bella's ex, as we will talk about later in the video. But keep an eye on German Carnivore, because if what Catherine is saying is true, he needs to be brought to justice and thrown in the fucking slammer for conspiring to murder a mother and likely her child in the process if they burned her damn house down, for example. Because of the proximity of LaVey, Sv3rige and Luna's baby, there's no way you can spin this as a plot to murder Luna without this also being a plot that has a huge likelihood of ending in the death of a literal baby.
I guess I went along with it because he talked about it so much that I just really doubted that he would actually like do it. I don't know, I just wanted to see, I know it's weird, but I just wanted to see if he would do what he says. Yeah, we were looking around for her. We found her address through a private detective, and then we were able to convince a guy on the beach to call her mom and convince her to give us the address. Basically, the man pretended to be someone that needed her address to deliver some food, and that's how we got the address, basically, and the private investigator. And when we were in the white van with German Carnivore and Gaddis, it was all the time, 24/7, talking about what they would do to her, like put her in the van, bring her here, kidnap her, kill her, blah, 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 everything. It was nonstop. And the reason why is because he can't get over her. Like, he's just probably really in love with her, so like that's why he can't move on. Of course, that it's Gaddis that paid with bitcoins someone to attack Luna and put her house on fire. We often talked about, me and Gaddis, about throwing like, well, he did whatever, like throwing like a tank in the window of her house and blowing her house up. We talked about like me attacking her, stuff like that. Like, I was in it. I was 100% in it, and I want to apologize to you, Luna, for ever trying to harm you, like me personally. So I want to say sorry for that, because it was obviously very stupid. For me, for me, the reasons behind it, I'm still figuring it out. But when he made that goodbye video, or like, you know, he was asking for money with to see his son, for like money to get lawyers for his son. The goodbye video, he said something about Norway. Well, Norway is like was code for eliminating Luna, and like Luna knew that was a code. He's just extremely pathetic. He just really needs control, and he just like does everything for control, and he doesn't succeed. And it's very funny to see him try so hard to control others while he has absolutely no control over anybody. He's really a failure in that regard.
If you're liking the video so far, make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subs. It's very easy. It means the world to me. And hit the like button for more Sv3rige content. I have an entire Sv3rige playlist that will be linked at the end of the video. Now, if you'd like to make sure I continue posting these videos, or if you're interested in exclusive content, $5 a month. But if you on the channel Goddess is Bald, the description reads that user Sv3rige, I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, compiled all of this information that was archived off of the Kiwi Farms website. I thought it was really well done, so make sure to check out the full uncut video as well, which will be linked in the pinned comment. If I'm not crediting someone who's involved in the creation of these videos, just comment and I'll give you recognition. I'll always do that if I forget, or, you know, for whatever reason, don't give someone credit for something that they contributed to. So this post reads, after Gaddis received a single Bitcoin donation in 2022, a single mother matching Luna's Gaddis' ex-girlfriend description was attacked with acid near her house in May. In January 2023, the woman's house was burned down and the suspected arsonists were caught. There were some rumors circulating at the time that the victim was Luna, but it was only in late March 2023, which is when I posted my video, that the rumors were gaining noticeable traction, with YouTubers and acquaintances claiming it as fact. Gaddis' violent history of being a perpetrator of a mass mass stabbing in high school, allegations he beat probably every woman he has ever been with, and claims from his ex-girlfriend Jasmine that he wanted to murder Luna in early 2021 made the bizarre story somewhat believable. It was then discovered that a video Gaddis had posted in November 2021 of being chased and beaten by who he claimed to be Luna's friend took place a few blocks from where the acid attack and arson took place. And if you haven't been in the loop, the alleged attack by Luna's friend on Sv3rige occurred after Sv3rige allegedly went to the Netherlands to see his son. And according to Sv3rige, and there's audio of this that sounds pretty legit of Luna speaking with him through the door.
Hey, like, I'm literally just here with a subscriber. I don't know why you don't answer at all. Like, I mean, I don't know, why don't you just come and talk at least or something? Like, all I wanted to do was to see LeVay a little bit, but if he's sleeping or something, then yeah, just talk or something at least. What do you mean? Did I not say that 5 times just now? That we can meet at the police station?
Yeah, but you can say a lot of
Yeah,
things
but-
right now because right now you want to achieve a goal, and one way to do that is to make it seem like you just want to see your son. That's all you want.
Yeah, but if I tell you I want to see, I could meet you in a public space or the police station. How is it anything else that I want? I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense.
Mag ik wat vragen? Hey, Luna. Sorry hoor, maar kunnen we dan niet zeg maar iets overeenkomen dat jij hem zijn nummer geeft, dat jullie gewoon een keer afspreken? Hoeft het niet vanavond dat jij met je zoon, weet ik veel, naar een, ja, gewoon een publieke plek of naar een politiebureau gaat, zodat hij daar dan heen kan komen om zijn zoon te zien? Is dat een...
Yeah, Sv3rige got these 2 little clips to make it seem as though Luna was attacking him when he was the one stalking and attacking Luna.
optie? Hallo? Nou, dat schiet echt niet op.
Jesus Christ. Damn, she's more sick than I thought, man. I know that she's mentally ill, but this is like insane.
Yeah,
But she's really crazy. And it's a miracle that she talked to me at all, because she ignored me all the time, then she answered all of a sudden. She completely doesn't answer me anywhere online, nothing for months. She just lies, like 1 month that she wants you to see me.
She allegedly refused to let him see LeVay, and then when Sv3rige and his friend were leaving, some guy attacked and chased them, which is what was recorded.
Yeah, it's probably your boyfriend or something.
He just hit me several times.
The reason why these image comparisons are important is because they confirm that in the general area where the house was burned down, Sv3rige was there leaving Luna's house, fleeing the attacker. Pretty damning, showing the screenshot from Sv3rige's video of him allegedly being attacked compared to a street view a few blocks away from the house that was burned down. And then you see another comparison on the bottom showing the same sign and general surroundings near Luna's house as was seen in the video. So it's more likely than not that it was Luna's house. It's confirmed at this point. It was Luna's house that was burned down, and it was Luna's house where someone broke in and threw acid in Luna's face. In mid-April, Catherine, Gaddis' ex-wife, made a number of videos claiming that Gaddis often talked about wanting to throw acid in Luna's face and wanting to put her house on fire, and confirmed that the articles were about Luna. Catherine also alleges that she, Gaddis, and YouTuber German Carnivore / Florian Strack conspired to kidnap and kill Luna in late 2021. And in between many of the call-out videos Catherine made, she often recanted her allegations or made bizarre claims that Gaddis was a good guy, which led many to suspect she was either being blackmailed or was an unreliable witness. So we'll go back to that video, but the idea that Catherine was blackmailed into saying things like Gaddis was a good guy has been confirmed by Catherine, at least according to this screenshot, where School Stabber Exposed and asked if she was being blackmailed, and she said, "Of course I was, and once he sees this channel, he will attempt to blackmail me again. When I created my first channel, he said to either delete it or make a positive video towards him. I let him control me and made that stupid video. I was dumb, but now I'm here to be honest and not scared anymore." So as has been said, she's been uploading and deleting videos, making and deleting channels, so it's kind of hard to tell, but I'm pretty damn sure that this was the video she was blackmailed into creating. And it's worth noting that this video appears to have been posted after the video I've already shown you, where she mentions the glue and hitting, as she calls back to it in this video. So it appears she made that video, at the very least videos like that, exposing him, and then he blackmailed her into making this more positive video where she paints him as a victim and her as the bad guy.
Sv3rige said he's interested in going to other countries to escape, but would love to have a final standing home in Switzerland in the mountains. He has an idea of getting the best and most loyal of his subscribers, Joey Schwartz too, and settle down lol.
Yeah, so I don't think he's ever going to be able to go to the European continent again without getting arrested. There has to be a warrant out for his arrest at this point, especially considering the would-be assassin and arsonist confessed that Sv3rige paid him to do it. So that's delusional as fuck. He's out of his mind. Thanks for the donation though, Lelsey.
Ended up not complying with being blackmailed, though, as you'll see when I show you her videos from after this. So, of course, Sv3rige retaliated. Stay tuned for that.
I have to go. I will probably be deleting my videos. I am sorry for everything I did. I really fucked up Gaddis' life in general. I really did. I really brought some horrible things in his life. and I prevented him from being able to move on by taking him away from Jazz. He was happy with Jazz. He was moving on, and I had to come in and ruin everything. Just because I talked to him, it's probably the reason why he's still doing things to his ex.
So that's an interesting idea. I don't know if screenshots exist where Sv3rige directs her to say that specifically, as this could be a defense, Sv3rige used if he ever owned up to all of this, which is not in his nature. He's a narcissist. He'll never admit he's done anything wrong. That's like Donald Trump admitting he lost the 2020 election and, tried to overturn it through inciting a violent mob and intentionally stole hundreds of classified documents. It's not going to happen. They're not going to admit to that, okay? At the very least, maybe Sv3rige told her to say that so that we think that Catherine's the bad guy and she's behind the attack on Luna by driving him to do it or to pay or to intimidate whoever. But let's break this down. She's saying that Luna left him. He got with Jazz, who according to this account he was happy with, yet he literally went out of his way to cut her out of videos and never show her to his followers, possibly because many of them are white supremacists and Nazis and she's black. He also has said things like, oh, it's natural to only want to be around your own race of people similar to you.
Glad I never had the romantic big, I just like being myself. What is the point of all this?
Romantic big. I'm not sure what you mean by that. And I don't know what you mean by the point of all this. Sv3rige is just crazy. He's obsessive, and it's part of his like narcissistic personality disorder where he cannot be alone. He doesn't get into relationships for romance. He gets into relationships so people can give him attention. Oh, the love bug. I see what you mean. Yeah, but Sv3rige, he doesn't get into relationships because he's in love with anybody. He gets into relationships because he needs attention and validation from them. Thanks for the donation though, James.
Really doesn't sound like he enjoyed being in a relationship with a black woman when he's pretty clearly anti-diversity at the very least. I fall into the school of thought that
the only reason Sv3rige wasn't really... He never wanted to show Jazz on his channel is because she's not good looking. That's the only reason. If she was a good-looking black woman, Sv3rige would have had her on his channel. Sv3rige is racist and everything, so that might be an aspect of it, but if she was good-looking, he wouldn't have a problem. He was only dating her because that was the only girl he could get with at the time. And again, he cannot be alone. And then when a better-looking girl came along, he just ended up, dating her.
Got with Jazz to get permanent residency in the United States or a green card, but nonetheless, I'm sort of failing to understand how Catherine getting with him would lead to him not getting over Luna. You think the opposite would be true unless Catherine was the one inciting the violence against her. Obviously, she later said that she wasn't. Sv3rige was the one who initially wanted to harm or murder Luna, according to Catherine, but she claimed that she was still in it. She just thought they were never going to do anything. Maybe Jazz wouldn't have been as compliant or active in conspiring to harm Luna. Maybe she would call the police.
I will go away, never come back. You can believe what you want about the videos I made. I don't give a shit. Whatever he did to me, I don't even give a fuck about what he did to me. Like, I don't care. I never pressed charges because I never wanted to.
Well, you not pressing charges actually affects a lot of people, particularly Luna, Primal Bella, and you, of course, as every day he's not behind bars, he has free reign to commit atrocities that likely would be directed at his current or former lovers. It also would be more difficult for him to make his stupid carnage propaganda videos from prison, so you'd be saving a lot of animals and people's health too if you got him locked up. And that's on top of LaVey, whose life he endangered, and his newly born baby with Belle, who he could do God knows what to, as Catherine will suggest in a clip I'll show later in this video.
I think I was in control the entire time of the relationship. I really feel like I was in complete control the entire time. I left, I came back, I left, I came back. I was just playing. I was just ruining his life because I had nothing else to do. My behavior has been disgusting, and I just ruined a lot of things, and I just made things bad for everybody just because I couldn't live my life. Whatever consequences arises from this, like, it doesn't really matter. I'm so tired of seeing my fucking face on YouTube, talking like a fucking idiot, looking like a fucking idiot. I just come back all the time and just fucking ruin a little bit more of Gaddis' life. He's a human too, like, yes, he's fucked up, but I'm pretty sure I made him fucked up.
Okay, the idea that Catherine fucked him up is absolutely hilarious. I obviously posted several Sv3rige videos before the arrival of Catherine on the scene, and it's kind of funny because I feel like in the future, once all this information just becomes common knowledge about him, I think if he gets arrested for this, this could be his legacy, just that he was an anti-vegan YouTuber who murdered animals and tried to murder his ex-girlfriend and his own baby by extension. And in the future, if someone stumbles upon my Luna, a victim of Sv3rige video, for example, from 2019, they'll see him emotionally abusing her, admitting to raping a woman, assaulting a woman in a vegan cafe, doing a bunch of crazy shit. But compared to this, that was all nothing. People will probably be watching that going, okay, where's the attempted murder of the mother of his child and his child by extension? But nonetheless, all of that is still insanely fucked up, and it is laughable that Catherine said that. I guess she probably didn't believe it because she was probably being blackmailed, but still, let's not ever fall for, pretty obvious propaganda out of the mouth of Catherine that Sv3rige would love for us to believe.
I'm pretty sure I'm the reason because I was controlling him the entire time and I was just in control the entire time. I didn't have his best interest in mind. And he is very vulnerable as a person. He's very vulnerable.
Just gonna skip ahead a bit.
Evidence to arrest and hold Sv3rige, and he found out that Catherine told on him, I'd feel bad for the person who has to witness her remains in some forest, okay? And I think he's less likely to be able to coordinate atrocities against his former lovers behind bars, and that's why I think that's where he should be. But I also think that he could get someone to attack or kill her while he's incarcerated or held in a jail cell. Okay, phones are often smuggled into jails and prisons, and if he's arrested, his followers will see him as a martyr, so they will be itching to help him. He's an extremely unhinged and dangerous individual indeed. So now we're going to be watching another one of Catherine's videos that appears to have been initially uploaded after the last one I showed was posted.
I did talk on the phone with Belle one time, and she did tell me that she wanted to leave on the phone, but then afterwards, like, we didn't really talk about it that much, and I tried to tell her everything about him. I tried.
By the way, this I believe because Belle hasn't been on camera on his channel. She doesn't even show up on his streams and shit, so she's definitely in an abusive relationship and getting controlled by Sv3rige. Like, when things are going well or well enough, like Sv3rige has his girlfriends on camera. When they're not on that means there's some fucked up shit going on.
To talk on Instagram with her, but her answers are super weird.
So the screenshot she inserted into the video says, from Catherine, if you escape from him, it will crush him. Make a plan and leave him. I'll make the interview with Jake as soon as you want me to. So she's referring to the idea of her doing an interview with Jake, who runs the Sv3rige parody channel, to expose Promo Belle's situation and spread awareness to help her, I guess. We all want you to leave this abuser. He doesn't respect you, threatening you that he will eliminate your family's crazy behavior. So apparently Belle revealed that Sv3rige threatened to murder her entire family if she leaves him. Wow, absolutely unbelievable conduct from a normal person, but absolutely believable conduct from Sv3rige. Then Belle responded, Catherine, I love him and I would never leave him because he is treating me very well. So what it sounds like is that Belle, out of desperation, called Catherine on the phone and told her she wants to leave, but now when Catherine is following up with her, Sv3rige probably took Belle's phone, which he likely looks through frequently, and typed this message. So from this, it seems like Belle is basically being held captive. She likely tried to escape or express that she wanted to escape, and he threatened to murder her entire family if she does, among probably many, many other things.
I just know that Gaddis is telling her what to answer and looking over and looking at her messages. I know him. I know that he maybe is thinking that Belle is trying to leave and he's getting super suspicious and he doesn't leave her side. I know that he's super afraid that she'll do something, or because that's how he was with me. When we were together and he thought that I was gonna leave, he would not let me leave his side. He would be super suspicious of me, and one time we actually we were sleeping, and there's so many things that happened.
I'm really curious about what happened when they were sleeping. I'd like her to finish that thought at some point if she's up to it.
I mean, there's just so many things. I could go on and on about what he did. One time I had left, and he tracked my phone and tracked me down, and then that's when he shaved my head. I have my passport picture of it if you guys ever want to see.
Yeah, that's not normal. There's no way she just one day decided to shave her head. And that also lines up perfectly with when they broke up.
I took a video of it, but I'm the one shaving my own head because he was super, super mad at that point. And I'm smiling and everything. I think every time I smile is because, in a way, I'm happy about what he's doing to me because it's hurting him as much as me, kind of. And every time someone is violent with me or aggressive with me, I like it just because of how wrong they are. I made them react that way, and it's just funny. Why would you prevent a girl from leaving you that bad? Why? She's having a baby girl, and we all know what Gaddis says about he's been talking about all that stuff. And
Yeah. Sv3rige is a pedophile and he has an interest in raping children. He's actually on stream said that he wishes he had like a 9-10-year-old sex slave. And he said that he was thinking of going to Afghanistan so that he could buy like a 10-year-old girl to be his sex slave. So it's pretty fucking worrying that this guy he's had a daughter with this girl Primal Bell. Who the fuck knows what the hell is gonna happen? This guy might end up raping his daughter.
on the phone that he had no problem to cut the head of a baby off.
Wouldn't be surprised if he said he'd be fine with cutting the head of a baby off. If that ends up being the fate of him and Belle's daughter, I won't be surprised. If he ends up doing you-know-what to his daughter, consistent with what he said in that video, A Woman's Purpose, more the reason that Sv3rige needs to be locked away from society.
And honestly, like, not just for the baby, for me, it's like I really want to help Belle because I know how it feels like I know her exact situation, but right now it's even worse because she's about to give birth. And I can't really help her because I know he's looking at our messages on Instagram. So, like, I can't even, like, help her escape or something. He's very violent and very manipulative. Like, he doesn't, like, Belle, he isolated Belle, you know? Like, she had friends and family, and she's in a completely random country alone. She doesn't post on social media anymore. I know how he is. Like, he doesn't want anybody to leave him. Like, he's okay with leaving someone, but, like, he freaks out if, like, someone wants to leave him. He wants to be in control all the time. And what makes him enraged the most is losing control. I don't know what I could say more. Like, I have a lot of things I could say about him. Just, if you want me to make a certain type of video, you can just leave it in the comments. I just, like, know how she feels. Actually, I don't know fully because, I mean, it's even worse for her. Like, she's pregnant and, like, he's absolutely unhinged. And he, like... And I'm sure Belle told him multiple times, like, oh, I would like to be with my family, or I miss my friends. And he doesn't give a single shit about that. He doesn't give a single shit about what his girlfriend needs. He cannot, like, think, because he doesn't love his girlfriends or whatever. Like, he can't really, I don't think he can love anyone right now, at least. I know, like, that he was using me to make his ex-girlfriend jealous, obviously. So, like, I mean, I understood that, like, pretty quickly. And that's why, like, I just didn't feel good with him and stuff like that. And, like, he just wants someone to show on camera and someone to sleep with, and that's it. He doesn't see his girlfriends as like people with desires. He doesn't want to deal with someone who has any emotions. When I was there in Germany, I visited his ex-girl, like his first girlfriend before Luna, and she was the most sweetest, most innocent woman I've ever met in my life. And there were rumors that he had hit her, and I believed them. I don't understand.
Yeah, he was dating a older woman who was severely autistic. And she came from a rich family, and her family was actually basically paying Sv3rige to date their daughter because he was essentially acting as her carer, but apparently he was abusive and hitting her.
Why you would ever hit a woman like that?
So we've been talking about Luna, Jazz, Catherine, Belle, and we haven't talked about the woman he was with before Luna in this video. So let me read the text of the only rumor I've seen giving an account of him allegedly beating this woman. So this is Lauren. She was in a previous Sv3rige video, and she allegedly commented back a few years ago, Gaddis stayed with my ex and I while he was traveling through the US.
Okay, I think that's a different woman. He was in a relationship before that.
At the time, he was with his previous girlfriend, who was at least in her late 40s and possible 50s and was mentally ill.
Oh, no, wait, this is... Okay, that wasn't his girlfriend, that image. That was the person talking about the story. But yeah, she was older. She was like in her 40s, maybe 50s.
For no reason, even kicked me at some point. So this already conflicts with Catherine's account that she was a really sweet lady. But there's a chance that whatever the reason, this woman treated Catherine better than Lauren, or maybe she's mentally ill, she was unmedicated.
Wellesley donated $2. Why does he still have supporters and viewers? Well, who do you think is going to watch Sv3rige? People who are just absolutely fucked in the head. So that's why. He has an audience that's fucked in the head and insane. So many losers on the internet. If my family or girlfriend or friends found out I supported someone like that, they would go no contact on me. This world's depressing. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of fucked up losers, for sure. Thanks for that donation, though, Lulzy.
Encounter with Lauren, but not in her encounter with Catherine, but nonetheless, she says the entire encounter was very uncomfortable. She spoke poor English and spoke a lot of German, and at one point was telling my dad about when they knocked down the Berlin Wall. Their entire dynamic was very weird. She called him Mr. Gaddis, even though they were in a relationship, and would ask his permission for things. He was very distant and cold to her. At one point, he, my ex, and then his friend Ellen went into the Whole Foods, and I stayed in the car with his girlfriend. She proceeded to explain to me that she had a black eye because Gaddis got angry and hit her and made her buy expensive makeup to cover it up. She also explained how her family had given them $6,000 to fund their travel to the U.S. Both of them explained here and there during their trip that her parents were very wealthy, and this is a known fact, by the way, that really one of the first things you'd learn about Sv3rige if you started learning about him right when he was getting famous, and that he had agreed to marry her because her parents were going to buy them a house in the Canary Islands in exchange for him taking care of their disabled daughter. She also spoke about how Gaddis would regularly video chat with other women while they were together. All of it was just awful.
He has some severe.
Yeah, I think there was a photo of that woman somewhere on the internet. Sv3rige, mentally disabled girlfriend. There's some photo. It might have been on Kiwi Farm, so it might be taken down at this point. But there was a photo of her. She was a fair bit older, and the reason Sv3rige ended up leaving her is because Luna was a better looking girl. That's it.
Control issues. As soon as someone is not acting the way he wants, he freaks out, and that person is not of use to them. He wants slaves, of course. He had never blocked me, like, because I was still wanting, like, him to value me, so I was still, like, texting him and stuff like that. And the only, like, and yes, I was able to talk to him even recently because I was still, like, listening to him and doing everything he said, and, you know, just hoping that he would see how much he would see some kind of value in me.
Wow, so even recently she wanted him to see value in her. That could be part of, or the complete motivation for her making that more positive video, victimizing him. You know, for all we know, you know, and it makes sense. As she says in her video, she doesn't care what happens to her as far as jail or perhaps even Sv3rige or his fault.
Tool donated $3. Let me take a look.
告诉你，喊一声你了。
Whoa. Oh my
少
god.
爷，
Have you ever seen a creature so round?
结婚，
Jesus Christ, they're so fucking cute.
打个招呼来。
Oh my god.
啊，我是招财吗？
Look at him. Holy shit.
Look at those little paws.
Oh my god.
下个月就可以爬了。
How are they
下个月
real?
可以爬了，吃嘛。
My god, that's the best job ever.
Whoa.
把箱子取了嘛。自己给它爬了整的。
Oh my god, panda babies are so sweet. That's amazing. Thanks for that donation, Tool.
Followers going after her, so maybe what I said earlier is false, and she just wanted him to like her again. You know, maybe leave Primal Bell to be with her. I hate to insinuate this, but she might still be obsessed with him. Or maybe she goes through phases, and one day she sees Sv3rige as a poor victim who's a good guy and someone she may still be attracted to. And then the next day he's a scumbag who she's going to expose for being a violent psychopath. Obviously, intimidation could have played a role, but I don't know.
I was kind of, like, annoyed, and I just told him, like, I just talked about his hair for the first time.
So the messages go from Catherine, so why are you doing it, lol, because of the video I posted, or because you still think I video called, don't you have better things to do? Then from Sv3rige, I didn't see any video, I don't care much about it also, and I didn't do anything. Catherine says, why don't you focus on your life with Belle and your future baby? I don't know what you're talking about. Why do you keep talking to me? Catherine asks. For fun, Sv3rige replies. What you try to control controls you, LMAO, you can't move on like a normal person. Like I said, I don't know what you're talking about, you want to call. Then Catherine comes in with the, you wear fake hair because you think I left because of your hairline, you fuck Jazz. So from these messages, I'm starting to get more of an impression that Catherine is either just crazy, at least at the point of sending these messages, or she was just trolling because you fuck Jazz. Like, that was really just out of pocket. Like, I don't understand why she said that. And of course, she's talking about his hair, which honestly, I don't understand why she did that other than to prolong the conversation or get a reaction out of him. I know the whole hair transplant thing is pretty outrageous.
Do you like this song? Definitely one of my faves.
That is horrible. That is just fucking awful noise. Thanks for the donation though, Fohammer. Appreciate it. It's pretty clear the reason Catherine's doing this is just to manipulate Sv3rige. She just likes, fucking with him, basically. Username, donate $2. What's your body fat percentage estimate? Obviously not exact. I have no fucking idea, dude. No idea, and don't care. Only thing I care about is how fat my cock is, and it's pretty goddamn fat. Thanks for the donation, username. Appreciate it.
Ironic, given that he's all about what's natural, but I really don't care much, and apparently neither does he, because he then said, okay, I really don't care. And most of these messages are just her messing with him about his hair transplant. He did seem to show that he wants some kind of relationship with her by asking her if she wants to call. Perhaps he just wants control if what Catherine is saying is correct. He also ended up sending old messages from Catherine to taunt her that says, I'm bound to be dumb and helpless my whole life. I can't be smart. I'm not smart. I'm going to be dumb my whole life. And something else is blocked out. But they give some context to why she got with Sv3rige in the first place. Perhaps it came from insecurity, and she thought being with him, you know, oh, he's a smart man who can show me the way. I'm going to let him control me to make me better. He then said, still in this conversation about his hair transplant, you're so dumb, it's cute. And then he did that little emoticon with the tongue. He's such a fucking weirdo, but that shows he may still be trying to get with Catherine. You know, when you do that emoji with the tongue, that probably means you want to smash. But I'll leave the messages here if for some reason you want to read these mostly uninformative screenshots.
He blocked me.
Now, I do want to touch on one of these last messages. She was saying he won't accept the truth about his hairline and that he's insecure and stuff. So she makes an analogy saying he's like a vegan who doesn't want to hear that meat is healthy. Okay, look, I'm all for grilling Sv3rige, but when you murder defenseless animals and put their mutilated corpses on the grill, that's where I have an issue, because I am dedicated to protecting sentient beings and liberating them from their chains via advocating for a vegan lifestyle, as well as a, just that appropriately planned vegetarians. They'll say that forcing everyone to go vegan is part of the New World Order. Free if you educate yourself through watching Dominion, which is a free documentary. Gaddis released a since-deleted video where he subtly hinted that he'd be releasing revenge pornography of Catherine on a Telegram channel he created.
Yo, guys.
Yeah, people were sharing that in Kiwi Farms. It was taken down pretty quickly, but Sv3rige actually released revenge porn of Catherine.
If you're a regular viewer of this channel, then ignore this video. This is not for you. This is only for my hard-die fans, if you understand what I mean. Somebody messaged me that they have very important information which will be released about Caroline, if you understand who I mean. The comments for this video will be turned off because there's nothing to discuss here. There will be a link in the description of this video of a Telegram channel, and everything is going to be revealed there. If you want to really help, then join it. Thank you.
He's going to release revenge porn or worse of Catherine. Same thing he did to Luna a while back. Only for my true fans equals OnlyFans, as you can see there. It's code for that. When Catherine initially left him and Sv3rige made that Kathy the Great channel, he replied to a comment hinting that he'd release revenge porn for soon. He eventually does, releasing an archive including nudes and miscellaneous videos of Catherine, her full docs, and a scan of her driver's license, included in important info .text.
Yeah, he was also trying to convince incel followers of his to track down Catherine and kill her. That's one of the reasons why he's been promoting black pill ideology, because he's trying to convince some of his fans that because they're ugly, they'll never get a girlfriend or anything. So if they want to do something meaningful with their life, they can help him and kill Catherine. It's pretty fucked.
Is Catherine's full docs, including messages encouraging his followers to pay her family a lovely visit at their home address and their places of employment. Wow. And it gets even worse. The final paragraph encourages his suicidal followers who feel their life is genetically failed to buy a ticket to Canada to pay Gaddis respect. True, natural respect. Wow, absolutely fucking disgusting, okay? Sv3rige is worse than I think anyone could have possibly imagined. Meanwhile, in late April, the preliminary hearing for the suspected arsonist, 33-year-old German man identified as Ilias A. and his 15-year-old daughter commenced. Articles published explain that Ilias claimed that he was threatened by Luna's ex-boyfriend, obviously Gaddis, but he's not named in the articles, who he describes as an avid vlogger. Ilias explains that his own ex, Primal Bella, also not named in the articles because of EU privacy, is currently dating Gaddis. Earlier, Bella announced her pregnancy in January, but then went dark on social media, her final Instagram post being a day before the arson attack. The motive for the attacks has not been fully established as of this post. Another article alleges that Ilias' daughter claims that they were paid to attack Luna, while Ilias claims this was a cover story he told her and that he was threatened. In light of recent articles, some suspect that a video Gaddis posted in February 2022 addressed to Belle's ex may contain a coded message to invoke the attacks on Luna. Okay, so I really have something to say about it. What you allegedly did was all for her own good, but I'm 100% sure that you would never do something like that. I know that that's what you did instead, and how you did it is even worse for her. Really think about it and think about your future, your children, everything.
Okay, also ich muss echt etwas dazu sagen. das, was du jetzt angeblich gemacht hast, war ja alles für Iro. Aber ich bin mir 100% sicher, dass du sowas niemals tun würdest. Ich weiß das. Deshalb ist das, was du anstatt gemacht hast und wie du es gemacht hast, noch viel schlimmer für sie. Denk doch echt darüber nach. Denk über deine Zukunft nach. Deine Kinder. Alles.
Wow, really weird. Gaddis has been known to do this in the past, such as how he announced the revenge porn plot on Catherine. Catherine recently explained that going to Norway was the code used for the murder attempt on Luna. This phrase was first uttered in October 2021, a month before the video Gaddis posted of him getting his ass beat in Luna's neighborhood. Some posters suspect that Ilias may have been blackmailed into doing the attack. Shortly after Gaddis' message to Ilias, Belle has posted a since-deleted Instagram post claiming that the reason why she had a nose job was because her ex destroyed her nose bridge. Whatever the story is, both Belle and Gaddis' whereabouts are currently unknown. Catherine claims that Gaddis recently encouraged Catherine to buy a plane ticket to Thailand so they could meet up. Exactly what I said in my video, that they are in Thailand. A recent article also claims that Luna's whereabouts are also unknown, which could be a result of her being put in a witness protection program. Gaddis continues to live stream on YouTube to this day and made a recent video claiming that he is very close to owning a house. Gaddis continues to receive generous donations from his subscribers, fucking idiots, including some more plural Bitcoin. Recent articles explain that the prosecutor believes...
Yeah, dude, it's bizarre. He has a rich guy who made a ton of money investing early in cryptocurrency, giving him money. Who the fuck would give this wacko money? Like it's just insane.
That there's more to the story that Ilias is not revealing. The request to subpoena Belle and Gaddis for testimony was denied by the judge. Wow, that judge is an absolute fucking idiot, okay? The attacker is the ex of the woman who they're asking...
Have you watched Vinland Saga? Or Overlord? You should watch Overlord. Also, any basic laptop recommendations, have a Chromebook. Macs are trash, right? Just need Adobe and basic shit. Also worth 30 seconds in.
If you're gonna use a laptop for Adobe, I'd recommend getting a laptop with an NVIDIA graphics card. At this point, you can get some really cheap Intel i5 12th gen laptops. If you're willing to spend like a few $100 more, like, you know, an extra $200 maybe, you can get a 13th gen, which has a pretty substantive performance over the 12th gen. So I'd look for a 12th or 13th gen i5 laptop, and I'd get an RTX, like a 3060. And you can find a laptop for well under $1,000 with those specs. I got my latest laptop, I think, for $800, and it has an i5 13 something U. It's a Intel 13th gen and an RTX 3060, and it's really good. You can play like every modern game. It'll play Cyberpunk, Resident Evil 4 with like good quality settings, like medium to high. And yeah, it's perfectly adequate for doing shit like video rendering, Photoshop, crap like that. And 30 seconds in.
Hate speeches. At the beginning, people think I'm talking shit, and by the end of it, they're like, you know what, he's right. Hang around with a group of guys long enough, right? There's usually a bottle of water around. A guy's usually carrying a bottle of water. You'll see a man grab a bottle of water and drink a liter and throw the bottle away. Me personally, I drink these cans of sparkling water. I tear through 5,000 cans a month. All I do is drink these. I must drink 30, 40 a day. I'm never without them near me. Ice cold sparkling water all the time. I'm always drinking water. It's all I do. It's next to my bed. I drink as soon as I wake up. I drink before I go to sleep. When I'm working, I have water next to me. All I do is drink water. And if you notice, any group of men, you're going to see the same thing. Hang around with a bunch of guys, you're going to see someone with water. Then hang around with a group of girls. Now, most of you pussies probably don't hang around groups of girls very often, but I'm that guy who's often been sitting there with 20 chicks. Nobody has any water with them. Nobody hydrates. When's the last time you've seen a woman say, I'm dehydrated, I want to hydrate? When's the last time you've seen a woman quickly grab a bottle of water and just finish it off? Ever. Now, I say this, people go, I guess. But I want you to actually go out in the world and pay attention to this, and you'll realize how astutely true it is. Women do not hydrate. And why that annoys me is because women are also the ones who are constantly, endlessly complaining about these phantom headaches. They're the only ones who do it. I don't believe that heads just hurt for no reason. If I got a crippling headache, I'd be genuinely concerned. Maybe I've been poisoned.
Tate is just crazy. So, women do complain about pain more often than women, and they just tend to be more prone to things like autoimmune issues. It's likely actually because they're prone to urinary tract infections. That's what it's starting to seem like, and that explains why women end up having more like hard to explain idiopathic pain. But this idea of like them not, yeah, dudes drink so much water and women don't drink water. Like, what the fuck? He's nuts.
To subpoena for testimony, and the woman who was attacked is, said attacker's ex's current boyfriend, who she has a baby with, and the woman who had her house burned down and had acid thrown in her face is literally the ex of the man who is with Primal Bell, who is obviously disgruntled and obsessed with Luna and wants to murder her. That judge is an absolute fucking idiot, okay? I can't stand the legal system sometimes. The next hearing for Ilias's trial is scheduled for July 13th.
Well, in all likelihood, for one thing, this judge just finds some of this hard to believe. And secondly, I don't know why, but acid attacks just aren't taken seriously in the court system. Like, crimes involving guns or knives are taken really seriously, but things like acid attacks aren't taken seriously. I have no idea why.
Now we're going to read a video from the same channel that will also be linked in the pinned comment. The first court case against the now 34-year-old Ilias A., who's from Lauer, Germany, has begun. He committed the acid attack in the arson. This man is the ex of Primal Bell, who he told the police and judge that Gaddis has been blackmailing him to do the acid attack and the arson. Primal Bell probably told Gaddis about him. Gaddis is mentioned in the article as a crazy vlogger who's in a cult. The article is in Dutch and you need an account to see it, but I'll copy the entire text and translate it perfectly. Suspect of acid attack and arson in Berkhamsted. I was threatened. Attacking the mother of a small child, 34-year-old Ilias A. would normally never have done, but under pressure from others it came to this. The German told the court in Middelburg on Tuesday. I was threatened myself and I am sorry. According to the public prosecution service, it was A who poured the corrosive chemical liquid on the occupant of a house on the Sluis pad in Berghamsted last May, and it was A who set fire to the corner house in January of this year, where no one was home at the time. The terrace house was severely damaged. That same
Okay, so it was the same person. Interesting.
night, A and his 15-year-old daughter were arrested on the A58 near Capelle. Ilias A insists that he made a terrible mistake under pressure from others. He did not know the victim personally.
The guy who did the acid attack and the arson attack had a 15-year-old daughter who he involved in the attack. These people are fucking nuts. Dude, like, everybody who is a Sv3rige orbiter is just fucking crazy. Niggas be gorillas donated $2. Andrew Tate speaks the truth, bro. This PSA is woke beta cuckoldry. That army brigade is based. What is this? Okay, thanks.
Personally. Until what happened, I was leading a normal and boring life. I'm ashamed and sorry, he said during a preparatory session. According to the German living in Lahr, the threats come from the former partner of the victim from Berkhamsted. That man, a fanatical vlogger, is now in a relationship with A's ex. A was told via her telephone what to do in Berkhamsted. A did not tell the judge why he had to attack the woman in Zealand and set her house on fire. And the prosecutor described A's ex-wife and her new boyfriend as crazy and said that they engaged in weird films and that they belong to a cult. I'm starting to like this prosecutor. The whereabouts of the two are currently unknown. Only late to explain about the threats, lawyer Roland Aerts asked the judge if he could hear 3 witnesses so that it becomes clear why A committed the crime. He was referring to A's ex, her vlogging partner, and the victim.
Yeah, so this criminal trial is just beginning in all likelihood. They're going to find out where Sv3rige is. They're at least going to know the country he's in, and I don't think Thailand necessarily has extradition treaties, but they absolutely would, if requested, send somebody back to another country if they're facing criminal trials in that country. So Yeah, it's only a matter of time. If Sv3rige is going to stay in Thailand, he's probably going to end up getting found out, and yeah, they're just going to send him back to, I think the Netherlands or Germany for trial.
From Berkhamsted. The judge rejected the request because a woman from Berkhamsted has stated that she does not know A. Yeah, but she might know why he did it. The judge also finds that hearing the other two does not add anything at the moment. It doesn't add anything at the moment, you fucking idiot, dude. What the fuck are you even talking about, okay? The literal ex of the attacker and the man who is the ex of the woman who was attacked, okay? It's fucking clear as day, okay? You know, even if Sv3rige wasn't, you know, just some unhinged psychopath, I'd still think that you should be investigating them and trying to get testimony from him, okay? Because it is very clear that he could be part of it, that he is a prime suspect for that, given the facts, okay? Absolutely fucking idiotic judge, okay? You only started making these statements about the threats after you told your daughter that you'd be paid for what you did. She told A. Your statements about the threats are rather vague. Counsel wants the bottom stone to come up. It's all about finding the truth. You are not telling me that you just get into a car in Germany and drive to Berkhamsted to attack someone. There must be something behind that. The next pro forma hearing is on July 13th at 11:30 a.m. Stay tuned after July 13th at 11:30 a.m. because I may have a new video for you, not necessarily the long-awaited one. Sorry, guys.
So that's weird. It sounds like the judge isn't interested in including Sv3rige in this criminal case, even though he's like the root cause of it.
But wow, absolutely insane stuff here. If you want to get to the bottom stone, counsel, check out this video and my Sv3rige playlist. I'm not saying that everything I report is fact, nor is it my intention to act like it is. I'm just reporting on what people are claiming, what evidence of the first video of hers I showed, where she reflects on why she got with Sv3rige in the first place and where that got her.
You know, when I went to him, I knew exactly what I was putting myself into. I wanted to kind of destroy him because everything I saw online with Luna and everything, I just thought it was like fucking crazy. But then again, like, I lost in all of this because at the end of the day, like, I'm focusing on someone else and not on my own life. I saw this saying the other day, losers focus on winners and winners focus on winning. That's basically what's the whole problem with me from the beginning, is that I like have been focusing on him and like I've been just focusing on everybody's life except for mine. So I lost in all of this and I will never be able to ever get what I want with him. Gaddis will receive what he deserves.
Dude.
God works in mysterious ways. I can only do my best to, you know, deal with my actions and what I did.
I hope you
These people are just the most crazy, toxic fucking wackos. Holy fuck, dude. Anybody who's a Sv3rige orbiter or associates with him, like, holy fuck, they are mental. Well, hopefully the walls close in sooner rather than later, because, yeah, he's going to fucking lose it and kill somebody. Just anybody around him is in danger. All right, I'm just gonna go take a piss. We'll take a look at the